So glad that you have joined this community that we are building together and keeping our family strong, relationship, dating, marriage. Thank you so much for joining one more time. Today we are talking about how to prepare for a healthy relationship, how to avoid heartbreak, how to make sure that we have a strong relationship that will last for the rest of our life. So I'll give you 6 different topics, or sub topics, and we can continue next time. So this is our part 1. So in order to make sure that we are prepared for a healthy relationship, number 1, we need to discover who we are, why we are here on this earth, why God made us. And to know this, we have to be in communication with God through prayer on a daily basis. Number 2, we have to study our family and know the patterns, things that happen in our family, relationship-wise, health. We need to know. We need to study the family and know what's happening, to know exactly what kind of battle that we are in, and we need to fight and we need to end in the family. That also only God can help. Through daily prayer, we should be able to do that. Number 3, we need to sharpen our discernment through prayer again. So we see everything that is mentioned so far has to do with God. God is the one who will help us. How do we sharpen our discernment? When we pray on a daily basis, when we read our Bible on a daily basis, it doesn't have to be so long. We can start little by little. Even if it's for 5 minutes on a daily basis, we talk to God and ask God to guide us, because He's the one who made us and He knows everything. He's all-knowing. So when we do that and when we pray, He will sharpen our discernment, because we can rely on appearance. Someone who comes to you and asking you to go out with him or her, you need to be able to see beyond the appearance, because not everyone is serious when they approach you asking you to be in relationship with them. You need to ask first, what kind of relationship are you talking about? They have to define the definition of the relationship with you to make sure that this is something serious that is about to happen, or this is just, someone who is just trying to have fun or just mess somebody around. So the discernment goes through two different phases. One of them, when you are in relationship with God, God will show you, reveal things to you in your dreams. God will reveal things to you in your prayer time. You can have dreams about the person. The person can say one thing. It's not the word or the things that the person is saying. The actions. We need to pay attention to the actions, what the person is doing. If what he's saying or she's saying is matching what she or he is doing. And beside that, God will show us who that person is. And this is why we need God. Because a lot of people, they are players, both sides. It can be the lady, it can be the man. So you don't want to put your feet into something that you are not sure of. And to be sure, you need discernment to know that, okay, this person is looking for something serious. This person is looking for commitment. This person is looking to build a family and is serious. Okay, now let me step in and ask God what I can do next. And God surely will show you God does not want any of us to be walking around without knowing what's happening around us or inside of us. So surely when you surrender to God, he surely will show you who that person is, who the person who wants to be in relationship with you is. So sharpen your discernment through prayer every single day so you know what's happening. Number 4, know the questions to ask during dating. Most of the time during dating, we forget the important questions to ask. And we only focus on, okay, let's go to the restaurant and we just eat. We talk about, the food that we are eating, and we just talk about things like, we can go on vacation. Nothing is wrong with these things. They are good things to talk about. There are deep things to ask during that dating or courtship time. You ask questions like, okay, what do you think when it comes to joint accounts? What is your thoughts about, for example, house chores? If me as a woman, if I am not feeling well, would you be able to help me? Can we help each other? Me as a man, when I'm not home and I travel, would you be able to take the trash out? Those kind of questions. And you ask, how many children do you want? These are the things that we want to know from the beginning, so we know why we are entering. But most of the time during dating, we forget about this. We focus on our bodies. We focus on certain things that they matter. But at the end of the day, once you enter that relationship, you come to find out that those are not the only thing to focus on, right? Like intimacy, for example. What do you think about intimacy? Having intimacy after marriage or before marriage? What do you think? You need to know. You want to understand that. And someone who is telling you, you know what? I'm burning too much. I cannot wait. I don't want to wait. Then this is a simple thing that I can tell you. Ask that person. So if you cannot wait or you cannot hold yourself, the self-control is not there. So what will happen, for example, if we get married or in the relationship, I get sick or I travel for 1 year, 2 years? What would you do? So the person right there is telling you right away that I cannot wait. So that's a simple way to ask that person and to get the right answer. If the person still says, I cannot wait, so you know what's going to happen when you get married. And God forbid something happens to you. You know what's going to happen. The person going to find his way or her way out. So these are the things that we should ask during dating. Number 5, house skills. We need to know also how to do certain things already before we say, okay, I'm ready for a relationship. Things like when both of you go to the restaurant to eat, the way you order so many food, the way you finish everything, the way like you putting your finger in your mouth, the way you are sharing that chicken and all that. There are certain things, some behaviors and some house skills, home training. Those things need to be in place. So when you go to places, because you are not only going to stop there. At one time or at one point, you're going to go to the person's parents when, he or she is introducing you. So when you go to that house and they serve you food, you can't be eating anyhow. You don't want to finish like everything and keep asking. And they'll be like, who is this? Right? So this thing needs to be in place. We need to know how to talk. They ask you one simple question. Oh, what tribe or what kind of which state you coming from, or which neighborhood you coming from? Just answer, I'm from X, I'm from Y, I'm from Z. But sometimes if we are not careful with home training, we can, where I was born and then I went through there and then I came back, and by the time you know it's 5 minutes, it's 10 minutes, and you were only asked one question. So the parents, your in-laws, the future in-law, and everybody will be like, so these are small things that we never thought of most of the time when we are in relationship or we are in dating. Discipline. Are we disciplined? If that person knock on my door today, either the man or the woman, and I need to use the bathroom, how will your house look like? Those kind of things. And then the last one, we need to be mature. Maturity is not in age. Maturity is knowing how to first discipline yourself, have routine in place, know when to do things, a maturity, self-control, know how to hold yourself when something happens, how to respond, how we should be quick to listen with our 2 ears, how we should be slow to, speak, not to say everything anyhow. Me, I want to say everything. I don't keep things. I will spit it out anyhow. Those kind of things can mess up your relationship from the beginning. It can be God giving you that person, but if you don't know how to react, learn to sit still. Learn not to be like, you don't know what to do with yourself. Okay, I see, my boyfriend, I see my girlfriend, I'm around him or her, and I don't even know what to do with myself. Learn to be still. Learn to look around. If you go and visit them in their house, you want to look around. Don't be turning your head anyhow. Look, be professional. They will say at work, be professional. So, lastly, before we continue next week, learn to be independent. Do not depend on anybody. As a woman, be your own, provider before you enter any relationship, because a lot of people are entering the relationship with wrong motives. Because I want somebody to pay for my this, for my wig, for my car, for my this. So once we know how to rely on ourselves, we have our own job, we have our own diploma, we have our own, whatever it is, car, we can buy everything for ourselves. Then we do that, we can sustain ourselves. And when we enter a relationship, everybody's whole before we come together. So I will stop here today, and I can't wait for you to drop your comments. I can't wait for you to send any questions you have or any topic that you would like us to talk about next time as we build together this community of family and relationship. May God continue to bless you, and may God continue to keep you safe, you and your family. Shalom to you. Blessings.